Tashdile, this is Sakina Butt and welcome to Tibet This Week, a weekly feature in English about this week's news on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's look at the headlines first. His Holiness the Dalai Lama thanks government and people of Himachal Pradesh. Tibetans are part of the big Indian family, Himachal Pradesh Governor at Thank You Himachal event. Emphasize not on God but on one's own way of life. His Holiness the Dalai Lama to the students of Woodstock International School. Tibet issue holds the key to understanding China, CTA President at Pan-European University. China's Universal Periodic Review discussed in Tibet Interest Group in European Parliament. Under the leadership of Central Tibetan Administration, Tibetans in Himachal celebrated the Thank You Himachal event held at the Ridge Ground in Shimla, the capital city of Himachal Pradesh, on Monday this week. The event opened with a special video message from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, in which His Holiness offered his greetings and gratitude to the state government and people.
The President, the Governor, as well as Chief Minister and other concerned minister, I would like to thank, and also I pray for your success, your great service. Himachal, of course, part of India, broadly you are serving this great nation. They are the most populated democratic country on this planet. And with ancient knowledge. I think India's civilization, among the Chinese civilization, Egyptian civilization, India's civilization is I think, very, very sophisticated civilization.
The chief guest of the event, Sri Acharya Devrat, the governor of Shimla, addressed the gathering on the strong bond of Indo-Tibet relationship. CTA President Dr. Lobsang Singye expressed his gratitude for the generous support of the Himachal government and its people that has enabled the Tibetans in exile to establish Central Tibetan Administration in the state of Himachal Pradesh.
We are treated like a family here in Himachal, and we will never forget your kindness and generosity. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Himachal. Jai Bharat, Jai Tibet. Thank you.
Shri Vibhadra Singh, former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, in his keynote address noted that India too is grateful to Tibet and the Tibetan people for bringing their rich and vibrant cultural and religious traditions in India. The event also saw cultural performances by the artists of Tibetan Institute of Performing Arts, where stalls were put up by the organizers, reflecting Tibet's rich cultural and religious heritage. Thank You Himachal is part of the official 2018 Year of Gratitude as marked by the CTA. The year has been dedicated towards thanking old and new friends of Tibet and the Tibetan people. The Tibetan spiritual leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, gave a special audience to a group of students from Woodstock International School of Mussoorie at his residence in Dharamshala on Thursday last week. In the interactive session, His Holiness advised the students to become the best version of 21st century people and create a better and peaceful world to live, emphasizing on the importance of religious harmony to coexist in a community.
Now, still, the beginning of the 21st century, some unfortunate event now killing. These are traces of 20th century's too much violence. So, now, 21st century, we should not repeat the event in 20th century's violence.
The 51 students who had come as a part of the school's academic tour also took an excursion around Central Tibetan Administration. CTA President Dr. Lobsang Singye, at the invitation of mass media faculty of the university, gave a talk on Tibet and China at the Pan-European University in Slovakia on Thursday last week.
Essentially, it's coming through Central Asia, Eastern European countries to Europe. They want to capture European market, African market, Latin America. And literally, they're building roads, railways, seaports, everywhere. And then this is advertised as the biggest game changer for China and for us the world.
President Dr. Singye introduced his talk by citing the Reporters Without Borders report ranking Tibet the least free place on earth after Syria, as well as the Freedom House and other official reports in describing the situation inside Tibet. Dr. Singye further stated how China's propaganda machines such as the CCTV and Xinhua News is churning out stories on Tibet's prosperity and developments, highlighting the grim situation inside Tibet and how 152 Tibetans have self-immolated in protest against the repressive regime. President Dr. Singye then concluded by emphasizing Tibet's importance to the globe and how supporting Tibetan culture is beneficial to the entire world, and also emphasized on the importance on the Tibetan language. Dr. Singye, at his maiden visit to Finland, began with the lecture at the University of Helsinki, the oldest and largest university in Finland, titled Legal and Political Representation of Non-State People in Politics, Tibet Case. In his lecture, Dr. Singye delved into justifying Tibet's status as an independent country in the past, denying Communist China's claims that Tibet has been a part of Tibet since ancient times. President Dr. Singye urged the governments in Europe to stand up to their founding principles and values and raise their voices against repression and abuses of human rights wherever it is committed. China's Universal Periodic Review in the Human Rights Council in Geneva was one of the main issues discussed in the Tibet Interest Group's meeting in European Parliament on Tuesday this week. Tashi Finsok, representative of the Bureau Office of Tibet, who was invited by the chairman Thomas Mann, briefed the meeting. It is estimated that around 20 members of the European Parliament would co-sign a letter requesting the European Union to initiate effective steps to implement the recommendations of the second cycle of UPR by China. Another important topic that was discussed was a Europe Stands with Tibet rally on Sunday, 10th March 2019. This event is being organized by the two members of the Tibetan Parliament in exile in Europe and Tibetan communities. So much for this week. See you next time and have a great weekend.